Kelly from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. I say, I say, I say. Who says I say, I say? Johnny says I say, I say. When everyone says no, Johnny say yes. Special man.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, good morning, and welcome on this TGIF, where it's currently 68 degrees and it's supposed to get in the 90s today. Ooh, it was some hot yesterday. How's everybody doing this morning? First in the chat is Regina. Hello, I gotta adjust my camera from last night. I don't know why. Every time I'm in StreamYard and EV Mux, I gotta change it. Let's see. Today's quote: nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. I like that. Miss Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. And little Debbie, hello, good morning and welcome. Miss Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are y'all doing? And Tina, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Marie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Little Debbie, hello, good morning and welcome. Yeah, the Beardos last night, they kept going back and forth. Yeah. Chuck kept coming in the show last night. It was great. If y'all got, if you get a chance to go back and check it out, I did I sold a crocheted Afghan I made. It was in the rainbow colors, and I sold one of my wigs that I used to wear back in the day when I was doing Medea. Yes, if you haven't checked that out, check out my personal Facebook good. But I got a good bit of sales last night. Yeah, it was a good show. And then I went to bed. I was exhausted. Ashley, also, you got a membership last night off of the show. Yeah. Let's see. Anne Marie, everybody's saying hello. Carol, hello, good morning and welcome, girl. It's TGIF. It could be your hump day if you want it, but it's actually TGIF, girl. Angela, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Jennifer, hello, good morning and welcome. And yes, if you missed it yesterday, I did put out that video at 1:55 yesterday. Check it out. Yeah. So far, it's been the top 1 of 10 videos so far yesterday and this morning. Glenn, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And I believe it was Glenn, Matt, and Angie's Oddities that sent me stuff in for today's show. Got some good sales today, this show. That's right. I'll be on tonight at 4 p.m. Well, this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Miss Josie and Miss Denise. Let's see here. Also, yep, this Sunday, Mark and Mike, 2 old guys. There's Daisy's Creation. She's been doing shows, I believe, on Thursdays on her channel. Heather, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And John, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Auntie Mama, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? And happy TGIF. Tina, hello, good morning and welcome, and how have you been? It's been a while. Also, Mark and Mike, hello, good morning and welcome, everybody working on phone. Uh-oh, working on phone. Hope it's okay. And Bev, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yes, I commented on the video. Did you see my comment without clicking newest comment? Not as of this morning. When did you do that, little Debbie? And Robin, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Ella. Hello, good morning and welcome. And Ella, is your show tonight at 6 p.m. with Victoria? I saw a thumbnail beginning of the week, I think it was, that y'all are going to be doing a show at 6 p.m. Gotta check out the amazing Miss Jennifer. Yes, right. Surely do. How's your little kitten? I better saying hello yesterday. Okay, no, I didn't see it. Now let me see, because I usually keep it on all. I answer all comments already this morning. Comments, community. Oh, you know what? My setting's not on the newest. I wonder if it's held. No. No, I don't see any comments, little Debbie. Nope. No, I sure don't. I wonder why you and are y'all doing that on your phone? That's interesting. I don't understand that. You tied away that conversation yesterday. Nope, I did not see any comments because I answered them all already this morning. See, YouTube has hidden it. Yeah, I checked and I answered all comments this morning. Scarlett, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? And Claudette, hello, good morning and welcome. No, that was yesterday. Oh, okay. What was I? A day late and $1 short, right? And Bust the Move, hello, Simone, how are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. Let's see here. Everybody saying hello. Matt, hello, good morning and welcome. And your items are first up on the board today. Thank you for sending those in. You always send them in the day of, and I like that. That Friday after we do our show. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to each other. Angie's Oddities, hello, good morning and welcome. And I got your stuff ready to go for the show today too. Thank you for sending those in. Look at the video comments. Don't look through your YouTube studio. Oh, okay. I'll look at it. Yeah, because I always check it through YouTube studio and I check them there. I'll do that after the show, little Debbie. And I'll let you know. If I make a comment, you know I saw it. Today's Friday. Friday we met. Yep, TGIF. The weekend is here. Anybody have special plans for the weekend? It's supposed to be in the 90s all weekend. And then it's going to go back in the 60s and 70s next week. Go figure. Another heart attack. Matt, you sent some good stuff. I like the stuff you selling. That kind of stuff. Some of that stuff I'll put in my antique booth. But it's working. And it depends on what you got. Who buys it? You never know. That kind of stuff I don't put in my eBay store or any platform online because it's too heavy or whatever. But I usually do. Put it in my antique booth. All right. So, yeah, you already heard. Today I'll be on with no heart attack since my Lakers. Not in the final. Oh, they're not in the finals. Anywho, this afternoon I'll be on with, again, don't forget, I will be on with Josie's Place today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as her guest, as their guest, because it's Miss Denise as well. And then this Sunday I'll be on with Mark and Mike, Tool Guys, Vintage and Resale. If you missed the show last night on Glenmaw's annual Classy Crap Auction, it was a great show last night. I didn't get to stay up late to see who won because it was too late for me. Come 8:30, I was already ready to go to bed. I was exhausted. Dachshund sitting tomorrow and Sunday, then Mark and Mike's auction. That's right. You and I will both be there. That's right. Let's see here. So yeah, yesterday the video went out. I'm gonna have to go back and check that for you, little Debbie. All right, let's see here. We are going to get started. I got all the tabs open. Any lots, Johnny? I still have to work on getting everything ready, but I usually do. I'll probably do one. Yeah. We'll see what I got to put together as soon as I got to get that done this afternoon before the show. I'm still processing a whole bunch of jewelry that I want to get together, but I will see what I can do, John. You'll definitely be there if you can, and we'll see what I got. All right, so without further ado, let's get into our show program of the day.
It's time for everybody's favorite segment where we ask,
would you buy it or would you leave it?
the game show that asks, when you're out and about sourcing, would you buy it for resale? How much you would pay for it? Or would you leave it? And now the host of Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It, Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller.
Tabs over tabs over tabs. There we go. All right, we're going to get started. And I'll be moving myself down here. Come on. There we go. I'm down here, y'all, in this back corner down on the right. All right, so the first item up to show, this was sent in by Matt. ABC Matt sent these in. This is, and let me get to that tab on my third monitor up here. This is a vintage Olympia Deluxe typewriter, West Germany, with case, green keys. I like the case to it, too. You don't see that too often in great condition. Oh, it's still got the paperwork. Look at this. Actually, this was from, what year was this? 1960. It's from 1960. All right. Go through the pictures. Excellent condition. Yeah, this is definitely a great condition of it. Wow. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? As I get back into the chat. All right, let's see here. Ellen, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you and welcome. That's right, go to the corner. Claudette says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $89. Jennifer says pass only because I would not want to ship it. Carol says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $225. It's from the 1960s, and it does have its carrying case. It's just a regular typewriter, old-fashioned typewriter. Nope, it's an actual size typewriter. Yeah, that was Tina's question. Is this a mini? Nope, it's your regular size typewriter from the 1960s. Anne Marie says $20 and keep it a bit to admire it, then sell it for $100. Angie says pass on it. Regina says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $95. Miss Denise says I'd pick it up for $5 and sell it for $135. And Bev says leave it. She would leave it. Kawanda, hello, good morning and welcome, and how have you been? Good to see you. Welcome. John says he'd pick it up for $10 and sell it for $75. Anyone else? Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for. Look at that. I'm right above the picture right here. All right, I'm not seeing anyone else. He bought this at a garage sale for $20. He did have it listed for $160, but he took an offer and let him have it for $140. Still let him have it at $140. Congratulations. All right, next up to show from Matt. This is a vintage Murano style art glass freeform dish stretched amber honey. It is a bowl, a vase, so whatever you want to use it for. It's from the 1960s. From the 1960s. And I'll show you the pictures that are with the listing. Actually pretty cool. I like your ruler too on there. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? You're doing good. That is awesome to hear, Kawanda. Let's see here. Buffalo Picker. That's right. Tonight at 7:30. Every Friday. That is a pretty piece. Yeah. Regina says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $120. Claudette says she'd pick it up for $8 and sell it for $55. Carol says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $169. And Marie says pick it up for $10, keep it as a gift for myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Jennifer says pick it up for $20 and sell it for $60. Tina says pick it up for $15 and add to collection. Glenn says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $65. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me go back. Okay. Simone says 15 and keep it. Hello, good morning and welcome, Vintage Vibrations. Hello, good morning and welcome. Angie says she would pick this up for $5 and sell it for $50. However, Miss Denise says she'd pick it up for $10 and sell it for $75. Actually, it doesn't look that big. Let me show the pictures of the ruler. It is 5 inches tall and 8 inches long. 5 inches tall, 8 inches long from the 1960s. It's really not that big. All right, let's see what he said in the email. He bought this at an estate sale for $50, and he did sell it for $35. Sold it for $35. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next ones are coming in by Angie's Oddities. Sent these in. The first one from Angie, when I looked at this, I was like, wait a minute, is that what I think it is? And it sure was. This is a Swell Doggy Man hot dog bubblegum 5.5-inch sealed vintage from 1985. I would not be eating it. And back then they were Collins price of 2 for $1. They were 2 for $1 back in the day. So let me show you the pictures. That's one bubblegum I do not want to eat. Doggy Man bubblegum. Ugh. Yeah, that's not one I would want to eat. Originally 2 for $1. Looks just like it would be in a little place when you go to get them. When you buy the hot dogs. Hot dogs, hot dogs. Let me find where I was at. Way up there. All right, let's see here. Everybody's chit-chatting. Let's see here. Great sale. Leave it. Anne-Marie says leave it. Lost money. No, do not eat it. No. Yeah, you're right about that. You ain't lying. That thing must be hard gum. That was the year you were born. Gotta get it, be it for $3 and sell it for $69. Miss Denise says, leave it. Vintage Vibration says, me either. Claudette says, leave it. Regina says, pass on it. Jennifer says, I remember those. So did Tina. She remembers those. Let's see. Love the sausage, Lord Jesus. Y'all both need to go in the corner. Mm-hmm. Andy, what else? Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? Now, mind you, this is from 1985. Back in the day, it was buy 2 for $1. Oh, Lord Jesus. The stuff y'all selling. I love it. I love seeing these on Friday. It makes me think. Because Angie, the next time I'm about ready to show, I have one of those sitting in a cabinet. Girlfriend, after today, it's getting listed. because I have one exactly like what the next item is. Angie, where did you find this? This is from Angie's Oddities. And it's sealed. It's still sealed. Well, we're about ready to tell you where she found this at. She picked this up at a private pick. She paid $1 for it. Paid $1. 9 years ago. I was 9 years old in 1985. She picked this up for a private buy for $1. It was a private pick. And guess what, y'all? She sold it for $12. Sold it for $12. Yeah. Because it was unopened. Somebody must have collected it. She actually listed this on June 1st and sold it on June 3rd. It only took 2 days to sell. Somebody was looking for it. You never know. It could be even in a prop for something. In a video or something. You never know. You just never know. All right. Now, this next item, I know I have one in my cabinet. Because I see it. It's in the area where I keep all the dog and cat stuff. And I know because my cat does not use it. So I know I'm about ready to list this one. And it is none other than a Friskies Purina Pull and Play Rolling Cat Toy Treat Dispenser Woolbert Wobbles. I have one identical to it. And my cat does not like to play with it. My other cat did, not her. But I have one just like it. You basically put the cat treats in it. And when the cat hits it, it rolls and bounces and wobbles. And then the food comes out the back. And my cat does not play with it. I know I'll be listing this one. Yeah, I know exactly where it's at too. I have sold vintage sealed gum before. Okay. Talk to your neighbors. Consignment is fun. Yes, it is. Regina says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $25. It is cute. Anne Marie says leave it. Claudette says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $14. Jennifer says pass. It does, but my cat just does not play with it. She'd rather just eat it out of the bowl. Yeah. My cat just doesn't. The one I have now does not play with it. Doesn't seem amused. Nope. So I'm going to be listing it. All right, let's see here. Let me go to the email. All right, so Angie said that her cat had it for a long time, didn't play with it anymore. Was watching a YouTuber who said these things they sold quickly, so she listed it. She does not remember how much she paid for it, so that was a toy for her cat. Because it was, they've had it for so long, she doesn't remember. She listed it on May 10th and sold on May 31st. And she's Johnny, your kitten doesn't want to mess around. She wants. That's right, Bev. You right about that. Cheryl, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, Bev, you right about that. So anyway, it was just a toy that her cat didn't want to play with anymore. So she listed it and sold it for $18. I'm getting mine listed. Toochman. Hello, good morning and welcome, Tooch. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right. The next item again is from Angie's Oddities. Now this one is a Linux, a gift of song, limited edition, classic ivory Christmas figurine, ages 8+, and this is from 2006. The name of it is A Gift of Song from 2006. It is a pretty. Is it a bell? No, it's a figurine. Okay. Ivory Classic figurine, limited edition from Lennox, 9 inches tall. Oh, that's cool. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's so for? Remembering, it is a Lennox. All right, let's see what the chat is saying over here. All right, there's Toots. Great sale, yep. All right, Claudette says pick it up for $6 and sell it for $40. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for. And Regina says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $65. And Marie says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $65. And then Carol comes in and says that she would pick it up for $10 and sell it for $125. She is a pretty girl. Yep. Pretty figurine. And Ms. Denise says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $39. Well, she is a limited edition. All right, let's see here. It's she bought this in an entire box of Lennox ladies at an estate sale. For that entire lot, she paid $100 in the entire box, and there was 12 ladies plus 2 Lennox cat figurines and a Lennox trinket box. So about $6.60 for each of those that she bought in this lot. She have already sold 2 of these. She's already sold 2 of these for $57 each. And now she sold this one. She did list all 9 of these on May 21st. And this one sold on May 29th. And again, she has $6.60 into each. And sold this one for $50. And she's already sold 2 of these right before for $57 each. Now she sold this one for $50. All right. Ashley has a question for you, Jennifer. All right. The next item is also from Angie's Oddities. This one is a Weber charcoal divider. Fits most 18.5 inch to 22.5 inch grills. And this is new. I'm trying to figure out what, oh, the dividers for the charcoal. Okay, I see it. I've never seen one like this before. Oh, okay, I see you put them to the side. I've never seen one of these before. That is a good idea. I like that. And what year was this from? Because I don't remember ever seeing these before. All right, I don't see a year. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Yeah, that was a great deal she got. All right, Ms. Denise says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $29. Claudette says leave it. Ashley says that's neat. It is. I've never seen that before. That's one thing I like looking at this kind of stuff when we do it on Fridays because I've never seen this before. Or like the other one I have in my cat closet for the cat and dog stuff. Needless to say, it's coming out of there this weekend. Yeah. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? Claudette said leave it. $5 and keep it for my husband to use. Space is priceless. This looks horrible. Yeah. Yeah, because you basically, it looks like it locks into the grill. You put it into the grill portion of it where you put the charcoal. Well, thank you, Ashley. All right. Not seeing any more guests coming in. She bought this at a rummage. What is it? It's an actual charcoal. Let me show you down here. Oh, you can't see it there. Here we go. You basically divide your charcoal from side to side. So that way if it keeps cold on one side, hot on another, or not as high as heat, it's kind of helping you divide the heat in your pit where the charcoal sits. All right, let's see. She picked this up at a rummage sale for $2. It was new in package. She usually doesn't typically buy this kind of stuff, but her husband looked it up, and it was surprising to see that it was selling pretty quickly. So she listed it on May the 18th, and it did sell on May the 4th. Again, she only paid $2 for it, and she sold it for $22. She had it listed for $25, took an offer and sold it for $22. You go, girl. All right, now we're going to move on over to our next item, which was sent in by Glenn. Swamp Picker, the first item up to show. I'm going to let you see this because I cannot pronounce some of these words on this thing. It is a 19 International Volkswagen. It's right up here in the front of on the wood. From 1993, it's a train on a piece of wood. I'll show you the pictures because I cannot pronounce that. It's got to be German. It's screwed in the bottom of the wood. There's the locomotive front. Looks like the back. The top. I'm not sure why I got that. What was that? Oh, okay. That's interesting. You got a video in your listing. Never seen that before. I don't know if he put that there, but okay. Let's see. What is this made of? Let's see. Universal collectible. I'm not sure what it's for. That it's just a display. It doesn't say exactly what it's made of, so I cannot answer that for you if you're interested in wanting to know that. All right, let's see. It could be pewter, but I don't see anything in the listing that says what the metal is. Pewter, I'm not 100% sure, but possible. And Glenn already left to go to work, so I cannot answer that. I'm not sure. Regina says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $65. And it could be that somebody that's a train collector bought it. You never know. That's right. It's treasure for somebody. Angie says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $25. Claudette says she would pick it up for $6 and sell it for $18. And it could, you never know. Somebody's buying it for their collection. But again, I am not 100% sure what it actually is of. But it looks pewter. Or it just could be part of their collection. Nickel, again, I'm not 100% sure. It's not in the listing, so I don't know. Miss Denise says I would leave it. Yes, there is. And it could be just somebody adding it to their collection. You never know these days. Glenn says he wasn't sure. It might be even a paperweight. Glenn, what do you know what the metal was on it? What was it made of? Is it pewter? Nickel? Aluminum? Whatever it is made of, they definitely it didn't take you long to sell it from what it looks like. That's a cool idea, yeah. Pewter, not sure. Yeah, that we wasn't. I didn't know. All right, Glenn said he picked this up at a garage sale for 50 cents. And guess what? It was going back to Germany. He did sell it pretty quick. And again, he only paid 50 cents for it, and it was shipped to Germany. Sold it for $15.99 and only paid 50 cents. Yep. All right. The next item up is from Glenn as well. I had to look at this one. Like, what is this? It sold overnight, he said. All right, this is a Cumulus 1995 car product, K-A-R, product collector oak display case for pocket knives. It's a wooden case for pocket knives, and it does have a key to go with it. Interesting. It does have the keys on the inside, and it's right here on the little thing right here that tells you what it is. Comes with 2 keys. All right, so would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? And he said he sold that train for overnight. All right, let's see. Claudette says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $30. Miss Carol says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $100. A Benji. Anyone else? Would you buy this or would you leave it? Regina says that she would pick it up for $20 and keep it to use in her booth. That's an excellent idea. Yeah. That's what I would have probably done. Angie says pick it up for $10 and sell it for $40. Miss Denise says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $35. Anybody else? Would you buy it or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it sold for? Where's my necklace? Oh, it's way back here. All right, let's see. Glenn said he picked this up at a garage sale, paid $3 for it. Picked it up for $3, and he sold it for $45.95. Picked it up for $3 at a garage sale and sold it for the full $45.95. This next item, I had to take a look at this, but after I saw it, I realized what it is without reading the instructions or the title. Now, this is for Harmony Vintage Ukulele Turning Peg Friction Tuner Yuki Antique Shark Tooth. I am surprised you were able to sell that with that shark tooth in your title. Okay. Let's see here. All right. It's an antique piece. Interesting. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think they sold for? Well, I'll sell things overnight. I always think I listed it too low. Yeah, sometimes I think that too, but you just never know. Aw. Andrew says she would gift them to somebody she knows as a friend that plays the ukulele. Cool. Let me show you the pictures. All right. Would you buy these or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think they sold for? Okay, let's see. Glenn said he picked this up at a garage sale for $1. The ukulele was very damaged, took the tuners off. So in other words, he took them apart and sold them as parts. The ukulele that this came off of was very damaged. So he sold these as parts. And he had it listed for $39.99, but he turned around and sold them for $28.95. Well, Regina said she would have picked them up for $1 and sold them for $15. He picked them up for $1 at the garage sale and sold them after taking it apart off the damaged ukulele. And sold them and took an offer for $28.95. Thank y'all for sharing these for us on Fridays. Remember, you can send them in as soon as today and no later than 5 a.m. next Friday morning. Vintage vibrations, if I sell it low, it means the learning still make a profit. Yeah, as long as you can still make a profit, that's all that matters. All right, the next item up to show. This is a 2003 Winning Circle Dale Earnhardt No. 3 Goodwrench 1994 Champion die-cast car. Winning Circle. It has some kind of decal of champions. Decade of champions. And it's still new sealed. Still new sealed. It was a Chevy Lumina. And you can see the box itself, the container was pretty rough, but it's still sold. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? And Glenn, don't work too hard. Thank you for coming on in and sending those in. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Yeah, that's one thing about it. If you're listing it too low and it sells fast, you learn from mistakes and you just don't do it again. Make sure because you can always list a little higher, but make offers and or set your offers for a lower price. That's what I do for everything. Angie said she would pass. Amy, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Waiting for it to come in the stream. All right, let's see. Regina says pick it up for 2 and sell it for 15. Amy says pick it up for 4 and sell it for 18. All right, I'm not seeing any other guesses coming through the chat. I picked this up in a YouTube online auction. I don't have who I bought it from, but the lot, my cost per piece was $1.90 for the lot that I purchased. And I sold this one for $16.81. And my cost was only $1.90. Because the lot that I bought, each one came out to $1.90. All right, the next item up to show. This is from Cheers, Boston TV show from 2003. It is a men's gray tee, size large. And it was copyrighted 2001. Pit to Pit was 21. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Thank you, Amy. Amy says pick this up for $6 and sell it for $35. Angie says pass. That's right, Tina. And Regina says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $15. Miss Denise says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $35. That's right, Jennifer. She doesn't do a show on the first Sunday of the month. That Sunday, she never does a show on the first Sunday. This one I picked up on a clothing lot online auction for $5. I did sell it for $15.97. It was a clothing sale. I picked it up and sold it for $15.97. All right, this next one's a cutie. This is a 1999 Pinwheel Publishing Bear Hug Furry Cover children's storybook. And the book itself is in cardboard. So cute. It had the Velcro hands for a hug. There's the book. And then it had the little furry patch that you could feel the bear's fur. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Andrew says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $15. Miss Denise says she would leave it. Regina says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $20. Yes, it's a book. It is a children's book, but the inside is also it's a cardboard type book. Amy says pick it up for $1, sell it for $15. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the inside again. I basically just showed the first page set, and it's got the little book. It's a story, and that's the last page. Tina says pick it up for $3 and turn it into her collection. All right, Heather, have a great weekend. This one I picked up in a it was off of Max Sold online auction. Max Sold, basically it was a trunk, and in the trunk it was full of toys. And this was in that trunk. So for everything in that trunk, including the trunk, my cost, 48 cents per piece of that lot. My cost was 48 cents. And I did sell it for, brought it up to auction. Nobody bought it, so I listed it. Several times, actually. But I did sell it for $24.23. Alrighty then. This next item is a 1940s Paragon double warranty mother's wide light blue cup and saucer set. Yeah, I love buying things like that online. At the it's called Max Sold. It's another website that I buy now and then, locally. And you basically have to put your zip code in and how far you are willing to go. When the auction's over, you just got to go, and it's usually at a house that you have to pick it up. And you have like a certain time slot to pick it up. So this is in a light blue, gold tone trimming, trimmed in gold. There's the cup. The saucer matches. Excellent condition. There's the saucer. There's the side view. There's the marking on the back. Made in England, fine bone china, and it is numbered. Yes, it does, Tina, and I do that a lot. I bring it to first. If it doesn't sell, I list it. Yep. All right, there's your cup and saucer set. The gold tone is in excellent condition, no wear on it. Let's see, cute sale. All right, let's see. Miss Denise has picked this up for $2 and sell it for $29. Regina says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $65. Amy says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $45. Kwana says everybody have an awesome YouTube. Kawanda, thank you for being here. And Carol says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Angie says pick this up for $8 and sell it for $35. And I'm not sure if Tooch is still here because I bought this from him. I bought this on an auction from Tooch. I believe it was like a hump day auction or maybe another auction. But anyway, $4. I paid $4 for it. I bought a whole bunch of different coffee mugs, coffee cups and tea set like this. But this one only paid $4 for it. And I sold it for a full asking price. What was neat about this is I sent somebody an offer. And then they turned around and sold it. And I sold it for $59.26. Yeah. Bought it for $4 from Tooch. And sold it for $59.26. So I'm not sure if he's still here, but yeah. All right. Next up to show. And this one I had a lot of people, and this one went back overseas. Yeah. All right. This one is an Arrow men's long sleeve button up dress shirt, men's medium 15.5 to 32, semi tapered, new in package by Arrow. I had a cute little pattern on it. 80% polyester, 20% cotton, and it still had the original store tag in it. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? And I bought those from Tooch back in March, that cup and saucer set. Yeah, this was, I love picking up shirts like this. Fantastic glass. Wow, awesome. You've been sleeping on glass? Girl, that must be painful. You don't wake up with all kind of cuts and bruises? Robin, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? I might have said it already, but hello again. Amy says, buy for $2 and sell for 24. Ms. Denise says pick it up for $1, sell it for 35. Regina says pick it up for $3 and sell it for 50. Angie says pass. And Tina says pick it up for $3 and turn it into $18. Anyone else? I picked this up in a citywide garage sale where I have my antique booth. Picked it up at a citywide garage sale for $1. $1. And I did take an offer. I had it listed for $28.06, but I turned around and sold it for an offer for $25. They sent me an offer and I'll let them have it with no problem. Take it. Yep. Because this shirt has been listed since December 16th of 2023. Yeah, you can have it. Take it. All right, now this next one, I love picking these things up. This is an actual vintage school book. It's a book. It's a textbook. It's a vintage international textbook company geometric drawing. I'll let you see it. Geometrical drawing. Let's see. And this was number 163, copyrighted 1917. Right there in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Book number 163. There's the back of it. The pages had this like dingy gold, greenish color, faded blue color. Geometrical drawing. And I believe it came in a set, from what I researched. So would you buy these or would you leave them? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it might have sold for? And I mind you, this book was very thin. It was not a thick book. Angie says pick it up for $1 and sell it for 12. Regina says pick it up for 50 cents and sell it for 20. Miss Denise says I will leave it. You would, Denise, Amy, you would leave it as well? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay. I'll pick it up right behind you. Well, John says he'd pick it up for $1 and sell it for 18. Tina says she'd pick it up for $1 and turn it into 18 as well. Miss Denise says, I do not sell textbooks. I do, depending on what it is and how old it is. Well, this one I picked up. Now, Robert and I, when we go to citywide garage sales, we always hit the free pile or free box or free totes, whatever they have, free. But I have a thing with me. If I pick up something out of the free containers, I must buy something there, or I'll try to find something there to buy. But anywho, this one was in the free pile, so I picked it up. And I sold it for $13.63. Jake says she would have bought the book for $1 and sell it for 50. But yeah, out of a free pile. And sold it for $13.63. All right. Now this is the showstopper of the day. Good morning, Jake. Welcome. All right, y'all ready for this? Ms. D, this is the one I gave y'all a teaser about this week. This is the brand is Winter Thor. And I may be saying that wrong, but I think it's pronounced Winter Thor. It's a children's freshwater pearl necklace with 14-karat gold clasp. It was categorized for a child. or it could be a women's choker. It's only 15 inches. And here we go. There, it came with the original box. They had knots in between each one of them. There's the clasp. And right here it's marked 14 karat. There's the pearls. There's the clasp. It was initialed WM. With its original box. So would you buy this or would you leave it if you were to buy it? What would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it sold for? All right, let me get back to where I was. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Free money is right. All right, Andrew says she'd pick it up for $20 and sell it for $125. John said he would pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Amy says she would pick it up for $4 and sell it for $55. Miss Denise says she would pick it up for $10 and sell it for $125. Regina says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $100. Carol says pick it up for $2 and sell it for $55. And for those that know that I bought that lot of pearls from Danny Mae, this did not come from that lot. Just to let y'all know, for those that know that, I bought that lot. It did not come from Danny Mae. Jake says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $150. Anyone else? Would you buy it or would you leave it? And again, it is in its original box. It came with its original box. And the old cotton in it. You sure that's what you smell? All right. I picked this up. And I got my notes ready, so I'll make sure I got it right. I bought this at a citywide garage sale. And if you ever go to these citywide garage sales, a lot of times they'll have a table. And they're filled with a Ziploc bag, a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of jewelry. Well, that's where I picked this up at. It was at a garage sale. It was a citywide garage sale in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag in a jewelry lot. My cost per piece on this jewelry bag lot that I bought, 16 cents. My cost for this pearl necklace in that lot, 16 cents. Well, I hope y'all sitting down. Please make sure you're sitting down because I don't want you to fall out. Yes, I picked it up for 16 cents and I sold it for a full asking price of $179.25. And I just happened to send someone else right before it an offer. And then right after that, this came in and sold for full asking price. And my cost was only 16 cents. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! And I brought this to auction a few times. Nobody bought it, and I listed it. And I'm glad I did, because I would have never got what I wanted for it. But you know what? It's all good. Buy them jewelry lots. Don't let them go. Don't pass them up, because you never know what's sitting in that jewelry bag, that lot. That is my showstopper for the day for this week. Yes. And I was on vacation when it sold. I just had to pack it up when I got back home. It does pay to buy lots, especially when you go into estate sales, garage sales, citywide garage sales. People just put it in a Ziploc bag and say, I want $10, $20 for it. I'll buy it. I sure do. John, I know what you're hinting about, okay? So that will conclude today's Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? If you have anything that's sold during the week or the last 90 days, let me do this real quick. I'm back. Make sure you email me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com with your links. Make sure you include how much you bought it for, where did you buy it, if you took an offer, what was that offer for, and if you know how long it took to sell, let me know that too. So make sure you do send that to me before in my email. You can start today. If you send them, I do star them, but also have it in my inbox in CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com before 5 a.m. next Friday. Yep, that's true. Yep. And I don't mind. It's okay. I see those at church sales always. Quick sell. Yep, exactly. Yep. So yeah, don't pass them up, especially at garage sales, estate sales, or any citywide garage sale you go to. Yeah. Sure do. But that was my show stuff. And then, like I said, I sold it last week when I was away. Got back home, I just had to pack it. Now again, I did send somebody an offer. There was one lady who asked me a question. What was it for? Is it actually a child's necklace or an adult's necklace? So I went back and made sure to look at my description, and sure enough, it was a child's, but it was also could be a choker if it was a woman. So yeah, and so I sent them an offer, and somebody else came back and bought it for full asking price. That's what I like. I love that. That happens a lot. All right, so if you have anything special going on, make sure you let us know in the chat. We'll go ahead and start dropping links. And that'll conclude the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It that we do every Friday morning. Don't forget, every Friday, come back again, and you never know what you're going to see on the screen for what's sold during the week or up to the last 90 days is the longest you need to make sure you send me. Do not send anything past that because I will not be able to find it. All right, and there's Jennifer's channel. She never drops her own channel. There's her Etsy store. 3 Whatnot market sales this weekend. Girl, get you some sleep. Lord Jesus. And I will drop the link if anybody would like to come on. If you have any questions, concerns, or you need help with anything, come on up. My numbers dropped fast. Wow. I just looked at how many are left in the chat. Oh, come on. Did I do the right one? Yeah. All right. And if anybody would like to come on after the show's over, you're more than welcome to. Don't forget, today at 4 o'clock, I will be on with Josie's Place and Miss Denise at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this Sunday, I will be on with Mark and Mike at 2 Guys at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. My channel after 4 p.m. Eastern with Fancy Friday with Francine. Say that several times fast, right? All right, everybody. So as I say before I end each and every show, if you need to come on after the show's over, you have any questions, concerns, or you need help with anything, you're more than welcome to join me after the show has ended. So as I say before I end each and every Ellen's auction just started, Johnny. Folks probably popping over there. Oh, okay. Wow, she's starting early. Usually on Friday, she don't start that early. Well, as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous weekend. Hope you have some great sales and great searches on your journey this weekend. Please be safe and make sure you stay hydrated because it's supposed to be hot this weekend. So y'all come back now. You hear? Later. Peace out. See y'all on the round.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.